I've really completely lost count of how many bones I've broken. All right, ready?
Let's go.
We have had comments where people will refer to Mark as my caregiver. They don't necessarily assume that he's my husband.
Things are a little bit different when we travel. She breaks easy. You okay?
I do always have a bit of a fear, though, of my wheelchair kind of flipping over. Take your time. Whoa. My name is Kristen Victoria, and I was born with a rare condition called osteogenesis imperfecta, but really what it means is brittle bones. I've really completely lost count of how many bones I've broken. Sneezing as a kid would break a rib. I'm very small. I think I'm about 3'6", and also my back is curved, so I have scoliosis. So I'm full of metal. I have lots of rods to help strengthen my bones. I've had tons of surgeries.
You must have been maybe about 5 or 6 months old. All of a sudden I would hear this scream, and you were lying there and you would shake, and you had broken your leg, and you could see it was swelling and that you had a fracture. And then within the week it was fine, which was good, but then you broke the other leg, and then it healed in a week, and then you broke the other leg. And I think every week you just had a different break.
So only we could heal within a week as an adult. Every time I break a bone, I mean, it's excruciating. But the thing about physical pain and the broken bones is that it's always temporary, and I always healed. Mark and I met online 14 years ago. It wasn't obvious from my profile that I had a disability. We decided that we wanted to meet up in person. And so I did want to tell him. And it's funny because he told me afterwards that he never actually fully believed that I did use a wheelchair until he met me. He thought I was testing him to see if he was shallow.
Kristen is very independent. I don't think her condition has gotten in the way of our dating life, and I wouldn't say that I go out of my way to help her. There's simple things, filling the teapot or taking the garbage out, no more than any other partner would bring into a relationship.
He proposed to me, and we learned a dance together. We took lessons before our wedding day. I really appreciate Mark as a husband. He is someone that I can rely on 100%. I'm happy with who I am. My disability has shaped my life, definitely, and my life is good. But it's these other things in society that make it challenging. If I'm out with Mark, people often refer to him as my brother or like a blood relative, rather than my husband, because unfortunately people still just, they don't see people with disabilities, people in wheelchairs having these like meaningful relationships or getting married. Mark and I definitely have the travel bug. We love to check out the world and explore. We did a cooking class right on the hilltops of Tuscany, making fresh pasta, drinking wine. We've been on the gondolas in the canals of Venice. We've stayed just outside of the Arenal volcano in Costa Rica.
She just keeps planning more and more for us, and it seems to get more and more adventurous every time, whether it's Thailand, Africa, and love to travel together.
I do always have a bit of a fear, though, of my wheelchair kind of flipping over, because that could obviously be pretty disastrous for me. I think a lot of people might assume that I'm miserable. People will say to me, if I was in your position, I don't know how I could do it. Oh, that's icy. I have had a lot of fractures. I have spent a lot of time in hospital. But if anything, that's just given me a unique perspective on life. Take your time.
But you didn't think we were going skiing today. I didn't. She breaks easy, and that there's certain limitations, but we like to push the limits together. You okay?
Whoa! We did it! Hill conquered! I'm definitely proud of where I am, things that I've wanted to achieve. I feel like I have. I'm really happy that I've met such a great man and that I have Mark in my life. I see a lot more traveling in our future. There are many more places on our bucket list. High five! Did it!